The Lakers didn't make a trade during this year's NBA trade deadline, and according to Adrian Woj, they're gonna heavily be targeting the buyout market to add upgrades to their roster. With that being said, there are so much potential candidates, but a very popular one has become Dennis Schroder, former Laker, and the rumor right now is that the Lakers are heavily interested and are targeting Dennis. With there being so many options out there, Rob Pelinka feels comfortable with bringing in a player that was a former Laker, especially last season, and with the Lakers already having interest in bringing back Dennis last offseason, the possibility is here once again, but at a cheaper rate. During this past summer, the Lakers were going to offer Dennis Schroder a 4-year $85 million deal, which Dennis actually turned down because he wanted a little bit more. But with circumstances changes, the Lakers could be getting a major discount because of where Dennis Schroder is right now. During the NBA trade deadline, the Boston Celtics ended up trading away Dennis Schroder to the Houston Rockets in exchange for Daniel Tice. And with Dennis Schroder being on a 1-year contract at the mid-level exception, we all know that Dennis Schroder does not want to be in Houston, and the reason why Boston traded him was to simply dump his salary, as we all know he was going to walk this summer. And with Dennis Schroder entering the scene of a rebuilding team where they already have a backcourt of course, Kevin Porter Jr. and Jalen Green, there's a high possible chance that the Rockets are going to waive him because as of right now, they have 2 point guards that they could waive. They've always had John Wall to waive, and now they got Dennis. The Lakers right now don't really have a true backup point guard. They signed Kendrick Nunn this offseason to a 2-year mid-level exception, and the rumor is they were actually supposed to offer Dennis Schroder that deal. Of course, Dennis went to Boston. So far this season, Kendrick Nunn as their backup point guard has not played, which means they need someone to play as the backup point guard, and with Schroder having the capability of potentially being a starting caliber point guard, if the Rockets end up waiving Dennis, the Lakers getting him for a rest of the year contract, I believe it'll be a bang for the buck. I believe right now Dennis Schroder just simply needs the outlook, has to play for a team that has the bright lights in the NBA, and with everybody's eyes on the Lakers right now, Dennis could come in, play his game as a role player, be a star in it, and in a way rejuvenate his career as a backup backcourt player. There are so many buyout candidates and we're going to talk about more, but I'm going to start off with Dennis Schroder being a realistic and one of the best targets available. What's most important to me is I want to know your thoughts. Do you believe Dennis would be a good target for the Lakers, or do you believe there is another buyout candidate you believe is more suitable? Put your thoughts down in the comments below. But other than that, take it easy, God bless, and I'll see you all next time on Easy Buckets. Woo!